Oh, welcome back. Well, he's just hot-footed it out of the House to join us after delivering his fifth budget. Finance Minister Grant Robertson joins us now live. Minister, what kept you awake at night in this budget?
Oh, well, this is a budget that we're putting together when the global economy is under extreme pressure. Everyone knows that because it's affecting us at home with the cost of living pressures that are happening. And what I wanted to make sure was that I struck a balance between helping New Zealanders out to get through this tough period now, but also making sure we don't forget about the really important issues for the future, like climate change and like health. So I think we struck the balance pretty well, but it's been a difficult time in which to put the budget together.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a surprise to the rest of us, Grant, which is not always the case with these budgets, that there was a cost of living package in there. You felt that pressure from Kiwis and you have responded. Is it enough?
Look, what it is a significant contribution to a range of households, and we've got 81% of working age New Zealanders who are going to be receiving some support from the government through these next few months through the winter energy payment and this new cost of living payment. Of course, it's not enough to meet every single pressure that people have got, but it is us saying to a group of low and middle income New Zealanders, we're in an inflation spike, we know you're feeling it, and here's a contribution from the government to support you.
And what's your feeling about that spike? Are we hitting the top at the moment and we should come back down the other side? Is that the sort of political calculation that you're making, that this will hit at a sweet spot and get us through?
Well, certainly the forecasts continue to say that inflation will come off its peak in the second half of 2022, but the world obviously is a volatile place. So we made this payment on the basis of the economic forecast, the fact that we know that New Zealanders are facing those cost of living pressures. We're also making those half-price public transport fares permanent for those on Community Services Card, about 1 million New Zealanders there. Plus we're extending out that and the fuel excise duty for everybody for a couple more months as well. So it is a package worth about $1 billion, and it's a significant step that we can take to support people. But the global economy is definitely under pressure, and economists are really struggling to agree on what's going to happen next. We're making sure we keep a careful eye on the books to help New Zealanders through that.
Well, our economist here on the panel is wondering about the infrastructure spend. Grant, how much of that is locked in?
So we've got $60 billion of infrastructure that will be spent over the next 5 years. So that ranges through from building more hospitals, the transport networks, road, rail, education facilities. Like everybody else who's building something, we're also subject to those increasing costs. And so therefore we have to take that into account. We're also, because of some of the labour supply constraints we've seen, some of our projects have had to be phased a little bit more. But that's a significant contribution to getting on top of that infrastructure deficit that we've got.
Just a final question for you. Will we see tax cuts from the Labour Party next year? Will you rule that in or rule that out? I know we just got your budget 2022. I'm already looking forward.
Say,
that
Rebecca,
is the pleasure
I've
of a journalist.
just finished budget 2022.
Well, that's
I've just finished budget 2022. At least give me a day before you ask me that.
You can get started here on 2023. Tax cuts, yes or no? Rule them in or out?
Well, we're not even close to budget 2023. What we've done here is put across a carefully balanced budget for this year, and no doubt I'll be talking to you next year about budget 23.